One of my first knife review videos, I reviewed this knife from ESEE Knives. It's the PR4 from their Camp Lore series. I really like this knife. These are the original handles they came with. I don't mind them. I actually kind of like them, but some people don't because they're very thin, as you can see. The knifeconnection.net actually makes a aftermarket handle for these that I feel like does a good job. All right, so the kit that comes with the this handle by the Knife Connection comes with the scales, 2 Allen wrenches. I have 3 here. One of them is mine because the Allen wrench needed for removing these is a fairly different size than the one for the other one. So with these scales, as you can see, it's a nice full grip, nice and round right here where it needs to be. You could do a lot more work with it and not have any hot spots. It's got a bow drill divot on both sides. I've tested that out on another video. I started trying to do a fire with a hand drill and it wasn't working out. I didn't have enough time, so I had to switch to a bow drill, and I had this in my pack, so I was able to pull it out and not have to mess around with building the socket. And this is G10, so it nice and smooth when you run it over that spindle. It's almost got a little bit of a Coke bottle situation going on there, which is a nice feel to it. It tapers at just the right spots. Got some very subtle thumb scallops here on the side. So I feel like they did a good job with it, complementing a lot of the positive features of the PR4. So if you're wanting a fuller handle on the PR4, this is definitely a good way to go. It fits real nice. No complaints about it. Like I say, I kind of like the slimmer profile for this knife, but that's kind of a personal preference thing. The knifeconnection.net recommends not using the leather pouch sheath that this knife comes with. They say it's a little too snug. I was able to put mine into it, and I actually wet molded it to this, so it fits, but it is snug right here at this piece. It's pushing pretty tight on that leather, but it did fit, at least on my version of the sheaths. They have another sheath. It's actually the same one, and I'll put a link to it. It's the same one that comes with the LT Wright Genesis, and you can buy it there on the knifeconnection.net. This is wet molded to my Genesis, but fits fairly good in there. So, I mean, that's the right size for it. This will run you a little bit more money though. So that is one of the things you have to consider with going to this, is that the handle mod costs a little bit, and then you're gonna have to look at a sheath option. And so you're ended up investing, you know, a decent amount of money on the PR4. So if you really like the PR4 and it's worth it to you to make those improvements on the knife, then go for it. This is a good handle, and it makes for a nice setup, especially if you're wanting that fuller grip.